In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, where the dense foliage of ancient trees weaves a tapestry of shadows, lies an abandoned campground lost to time. Its once vibrant cabins now stand as decrepit sentinels, and the whispering wind carries the echoes of a forgotten past. Unaware of the tragedies that befell this forsaken place, the Parker family arrives with high spirits, eager for a weekend of bonding amidst nature's embrace. Jack, the adventurous father, pitches their tent on the outskirts of the campground, while Emily, his curious wife, sets about exploring the overgrown trails with their two children, Sam and Lily. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of crimson and gold, the campground awakens. Ghostly apparitions, faint yet unmistakable, drift among the trees, their ethereal forms flickering in the fading light. At the campfire, shadows dance to the rhythm of an unseen melody, casting strange shapes upon the forest floor. Inexplicable sounds echo through the night, sending shivers down the spines of the Parker family. Mournful wails pierce the stillness, while phantom footsteps crunch the fallen leaves, drawing closer with each passing moment. Yet, when they search the darkness, they find nothing but the impenetrable veil of night. Jack reassures his family with a brave smile, dismissing their fears as mere figments of an overactive imagination. But Emily senses something amiss, a lingering presence that tugs at her soul with icy fingers. She delves into the campground's history, unearthing tales of tragedy and loss buried beneath layers of silence. As the night wears on, the veil between the living and the dead grows thin, and the spirits of the campground stir with restless energy. Shadows coalesce into solid forms, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light as they encircle the Parker family, drawing them into a realm where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Desperate to escape the clutches of the supernatural, the Parkers must unravel the secrets of the campground before it claims them as its own. But as they delve deeper into the darkness, they realize that some horrors are best left undisturbed, lest they awaken something far more sinister than they could ever imagine. In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, where the past intertwines with the present, the Parker family's fate hangs in the balance, caught between the realms of the living and the dead. And as the haunting melody of the forest fades into silence, only one question remains: will they survive the night, or become just another chapter in the campground's tragic history? Welcome to Six Flags Over Georgia, where adventure and thrill collide. Amid the laughter and joy, a dark shadow looms over this amusement paradise, a shadow cast by a tragedy that remains etched in the park's history. Batman, the Ride, a marvel of engineering and adrenaline. Its dizzying loops and sharp turns make it a favorite among thrill seekers. But on a warm summer day in June 2008, this ride became the stage for a heart-wrenching incident. Asia LeSean Ferguson, a spirited 17-year-old, came to Six Flags Over Georgia with his family, seeking fun and adventure. Little did they know, their joyous day would end in tragedy. After an exhilarating ride, Asia noticed his hat was gone. Determined to retrieve it, he made a fateful decision. Despite clear warning signs and barriers, he ventured into a restricted area beneath the ride's tracks. As Asia moved closer, unaware of the peril, a ride car barreled down the track. In a tragic instant, he was struck, the impact fatal and immediate. The park was thrown into turmoil. Emergency responders arrived swiftly, but for Asia, it was too late. An investigation was launched to understand how this tragedy could occur in a place meant for joy. The investigation revealed that Asia had bypassed multiple warning signs and barriers. This heartbreaking event highlighted the crucial importance of adhering to safety rules. In response, the park increased safety measures, aiming to prevent such tragedies from happening again. The loss of Asia LeSean Ferguson serves as a poignant reminder of the thin line between thrill and danger. His story underscores the necessity of respecting safety guidelines and the potential consequences of even a momentary lapse in judgment. As we chase thrills and seek adventures, let us never forget the importance of safety. Asia's tragic story, though sorrowful, carries a vital lesson for all who visit amusement parks. Cherish the excitement, but always heed the rules. Toy Cemetery. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the dusty road leading to the toy cemetery. Woody, Buzz, Jesse, and the rest of the gang were crammed inside a battered cardboard box, mistakenly tossed into the back of a junkyard truck. The truck's rickety wheels squeaked ominously as it came to a halt, and with a rough jolt, the box tumbled out, spilling the toys onto the cold, hard ground. The cemetery loomed ahead, a sprawling field littered with the remnants of broken and discarded toys. Rusted tricycles, cracked porcelain dolls, and deflated balls lay in heaps, bathed in the pale glow of the rising moon. An eerie silence settled over the landscape, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl. "Where are we?" Jesse whispered, clutching Woody's arm. Woody adjusted his hat, his face grim. "I don't know, but we need to stick together. Let's find a way out of here." Buzz activated his wrist communicator, but it only emitted static. "Looks like we're on our own. Let's move." The toys cautiously made their way through the cemetery, their steps echoing in the stillness. As they passed a mound of broken action figures, a chilling wind swept through, carrying with it faint whispers and mournful wails. Suddenly, a cracked jack-in-the-box sprang to life with a loud creak, its once cheerful face twisted into a grotesque sneer. "Intruders," it rasped, its voice dry and brittle. "You've come to the wrong place, my friends." The ground began to tremble, and from the shadows emerged the twisted and angry remnants of forgotten toys. A porcelain doll with missing eyes and jagged cracks across her face staggered forward, followed by a headless teddy bear dragging its matted body across the dirt. The air grew heavy with the scent of decay and rust. Woody drew his pull-string gun, but his hands trembled. "We don't want any trouble. We're just trying to find our way home." "Home?" the jack-in-the-box scoffed. "There is no home for us. Only torment and abandonment. And now, you will join us." The toys scattered, each facing a different monstrous foe. Jesse narrowly dodged the snapping jaws of a wind-up crocodile with rusted gears, while Buzz battled a legion of soldier figures with missing limbs, their bayonets glinting menacingly in the moonlight. Woody found himself face to face with a mangled marionette, its strings tangled and its limbs jerking erratically. "Please," Woody pleaded, "we didn't mean to end up here." "Meaning doesn't matter," the marionette hissed, its wooden face cracking into a sinister grin. "Only suffering does." As the battle raged on, the toys realized they couldn't fight their way out. They needed a plan. Woody spotted a dilapidated shed at the edge of the cemetery, its door hanging ajar. "Everyone, to the shed," he shouted. One by one, the toys broke free and dashed towards the shed, slamming the door behind them. Inside, the darkness was suffocating, but they could hear the angry mob of undead toys scratching and banging outside. "We need to find a way to appease them," Buzz said, his voice urgent. "There must be something here." Rummaging through the shed, Woody found an old, dusty chest. Inside were toys that looked different from the rest. They were worn, but cared for, with signs of repair and love. "These toys," Woody said, "they were fixed. They weren't forgotten." An idea sparked in Woody's mind. Maybe we can show them that there's hope. That they can be remembered and cherished again. With trembling hands, the toys carried the repaired toys outside. The monstrous toys paused, their hollow eyes fixed on the restored figures. A hush fell over the cemetery. "We remember you," Woody called out, holding up a patched-up teddy bear. "And we promise to never forget you again." The angry murmurs softened, and the twisted toys began to transform. Cracks mended, rust faded, and their once grotesque forms returned to their original, beloved shapes. The cemetery seemed to breathe a sigh of relief as the spirits of the toys found peace. As dawn's first light broke over the horizon, the gang found themselves standing in a now serene field. The monstrous toys were gone, replaced by a sense of calm and closure. "We did it," Jessie whispered, her eyes wide with relief. Woody nodded, a soft smile on his face. "Let's go home." With the cemetery behind them, the toys made their way back, forever changed by their night in the toy cemetery, where they learned the true power of memory, love, and redemption.